So I've highlighted through several gameplay clips the thought process I go through to determine whether to engage or not engage in a gunfight, with a focus on ensuring when possible I only engage in 1v1 gunfights. The next part is to consider what weapons abilities the opposing Guardian might have versus what I have at my disposal. Now, the three main types of weapon imbalance are Blink Shotgun. Obviously this is a very popular and pesky loadout, and countering it is not necessarily something that is easy for a beginner. When someone has pulled their super or is likely about to, obviously a super ability is generally very OP and very hard to counter. And when someone has heavy and I don't, so if someone has a rocket or machine gun and I only have my primary or special ammo, clearly that is hard to counter as well. So I'm going to talk through those three scenarios. So if I start with the Blink Shotgun, now obviously this is a common loadout. It's not a loadout I particularly favour. I don't particularly like the shotgun use in Destiny. I think it's too easy. And it's too commonplace and doesn't take much skill to do. But nevertheless, for a beginner player, countering the Blink Shotgun can get very annoying and is particularly difficult. So the first thing is to identify how you know someone who's got a Blink Shotgun, other than having seen them done it already in the game. Now, the most likely scenario is that someone's going to be blinking towards you aggressively. Now, if they're blinking towards you where they're going to land right next to you, then they've either got a super, and you can determine if they've got a super, which I'll come on to in a bit. If not, then they're likely got a shotgun. Okay, so they're blinking, they're doing the blink, land right next to you and shotgun you in the head or anywhere in the body. Actually, you don't have to be accurate with the shotgun at all. And you're going to die and you've got no time to think or do anything. So if I see that happen, if I see someone blinking towards me aggressively, my first instinct is to blink back. Okay, even if I have a shotgun myself, I don't want to be a standing target there. Okay, I'm trying to hit a moving target, someone who's blinking, teleporting, which is obviously particularly difficult, and they are trying to hit a standing target. They know exactly where I am, and that's why they're blinking towards me. So even if I do have a shotgun, my first instinct is to blink back. Okay, if I don't have a shotgun, then clearly I definitely need to blink back and give myself space and entice them into making that shot and missing. So most shotguns have low fire rate, so if they've blinked towards me, I've blinked back, they've made the shot, and generally, even if I have a shotgun or don't have a shotgun, it's very easy pickings to kill them after that. So to summarise, if someone's blinking towards you aggressively or moving towards you aggressively, if they likely have a shotgun, then your number one thought should be give yourself space. Blink or move out the way. Okay, well, obviously blink is very common. Not every character has blink, but most people do use the blink style jumps and this. So your first thought is give yourself space. It doesn't matter what weapon you have, give yourself space. Blink back out the way, entice them into making that shot. Then it's a very easy, or much easier for you to then pick them off when they've got to move again towards you, or they've got to wait for their the charge time or the fire rate time, the slow fire rate of a shotgun to be able to fire again. And I've got a few clips just highlighting what I've just said in terms of blinking back, blinking away, until I've got enough space to be able to pick them off before they can get close enough to me to kill me.
Zone C secure.
The next thing I'm going to consider is if opposing Guardian has a super, okay, and I don't. Okay, so you can tell if someone's about to pull a super in two ways. One, again, if they are moving aggressively towards you. Okay, if they haven't already pulled it, if they're moving aggressively towards you, then they're likely either have a Nova Bomb or Fist of Havoc. Clearly, supers like Arc Blade, Golden Gun, you pull and then you use them, if that makes sense. Whereas something like Fist of Havoc and Nova Bomb, you pull it as you're about to use it, and it's you use it in a split second. Okay, so if they're moving aggressively towards you and they're not using a shotgun, then it's likely they've got a super. But the real main way, and it's not always easy to tell, is their light level will glow yellow if they've got a super up. Okay, so if they're moving towards you aggressively and their light level is glowing yellow, then it's very likely they've got a Fist of Havoc or Nova Bomb. Or they might be pulling an Arc Blade blade very close to you. Okay, so you've got to make a very quick decision. Can I run away? You know, is there space to just run? Okay, or can I actually counter that? If you don't, and assuming you don't have a super to counter it, okay, so you've got to think about what weapon will counter that super, if at all. If not, you have to run away. So I've got a few clips, and the clips of me not running away because it's clips of how you can actually kill someone with a super. So in the first clip you can see he's actually low on health. Now I expected him to blink straight towards me, so I didn't think I'd have time to reload the last word. So I pulled out the sniper because I know a quick scope from very close range against an arc blade who's low on health, a body shot is going to kill him. So it's actually, you know, quick scoping isn't necessarily easy, but from that close range, it's actually, you know, it's not hard to get a body shot on. So it's about having the quick thought process to understand that I'm better off engaging there, and my sniper is the right weapon to take him out. Okay. In the next clip, I can hear an arc blade is being pulled, but I have no choice to pull the heavy, so he doesn't pick it up. Okay. And then try and fire a rocket and melee him. Okay. And this is where it pays to know what exactly will kill each super ability type. So I know with arc blade, a rocket, as daft as it sounds, won't kill an arc blade. It's a rocket plus a melee. So, you know, it's a little bit luck there because I don't know if I've got time, but I have no other option. If I run away, he's just going to pick up the heavy. So the best thing I do is run away, is to pick up the heavy, and even if I die, then he hasn't got the heavy. But I know if I turn around and I've got enough time not to blow myself up and just to hit him with a rocket and then melee him, I'm going to take him out, and that's exactly what I do. The final clip on this regard is you can see that Titan is rushing towards me. You can see his light level is glowing yellow, so I know he's got a super. I try and snipe him, I miss. It's pretty poor execution, but then, so therefore I blink back because I know he's going to pull that Fist of Havoc. He's charging aggressively towards me. He's a Titan. His light level is glowing yellow. He's using that Fist of Havoc, so I pull back, and then as you see, as this case miss to pick them off afterwards, and you know, even using the meter in this regard, which is a, you know, obviously not a low time to kill weapon at all. And finally, the third main weapon imbalance. If someone has got a heavy ammo, most likely a rocket, and I don't. Now I've already had some of the previous game clips have covered, you know, moving yourself out of the way, in particular blinking over or away from rockets, entice them to fire their rockets while you blink away, especially on the bigger maps. That's actually relatively easy to do, and then trying to pick them off from distance. My most favourable way of doing this is with the sniper. I mostly run with the sniper, and if you create distance, then you've got time to blink out the way if he fires a rocket. But if you create a sniping alley, or where you know exactly where he's going to come through at head height, it's actually, you know, you actually stand a good chance of actually being able to make that snipe, and whilst also blinking out the way. Or at worse, it's, you know, you take each other out, which, you know, taking out someone with heavy when you don't have heavy is clearly not a bad result. So I've got just one clip here, which obviously is a pretty nice clip, but there's a fair few of the previous clips in this video. They've highlighted running away or making space against people with heavy and then picking them off. So that concludes the first video in this beginners tips series. Now, you know, the two main points to take away are always think engage or not engage. Okay, think about how many people am I engaging. Always want to try and maneuver yourself into a 1v1, and think about what weapons, abilities do I have. As I said, it's very easy to know whether they are using a blink shotgun or whether they're about to have pulled a heavy, a super, and whether I can actually engage that or just running away. And lastly, if they have heavy and I don't, how can I best position myself to take them out and while staying alive?